Hi all, my name is Palak and I am a math enthusiast. I like to spend my free time reading books. I am a big fan of crime and detective novels, my favorite being the Sherlock Holmes. It's a little cliche, but yes, that's what it is. Moving forward, let me introduce to you a little bit about as to what we are, who we are at 98th percentile. So we are an online e-learning company where we cater for maths from grade 1 to 12. We cater to English from grades 1 to 8 and for coding classes. Then we also cater to public speaking classes from the comfort of your home for grades 3 to 8. So this is what we are. That is what the features of the 90th percentile are. Then we provide with live classrooms facility to the students. That is where we experience the blended learning in a live environment. So our lectures, they are not recorded. They are not pre-recorded lectures which we just send out the URLs for. They are actual live classrooms where we have interactions with the student on a video basis. Then we are committed to personalized attention. That is, we have a very small group size of students. We don't just take bundles of students and push them into just one classroom. So yes, that is there. And then finally, we focus on acceleration and skill mastery. So if we feel that a certain student, a particular student, is really great with the curriculum that he already is in, we try to focus on the accelerated curriculum for that. So if the student is well versed with the grade 5 curriculum, we make sure that he or she definitely gets on with the grade 6 and all the basic skill gaps that are there, that if a student is not that great at algebra and he might be great with the other aspects of grade 6, then we just focus on that just one part. So yes, that is what we are. That are the features of 98th percentile. Moving further, how our benefits have been, what are the benefits that our students have been enjoying. The first one is a personalized learning. Like I said in the previous slide as well, we tailor made every curriculum that we have for the students. Like I said, if the student is good with a particular grade and wants to move on with the next one, we make sure that the personalized learning comes into picture in that. The second one, to ensure that whatever we are explaining to the students, whatever we are teaching them, that is completely being understood by them. We focus on monthly and weekly tests in order to get that, like a stamp of correction that yes, the students have understood what we have been teaching them for so far. Next up, accelerated curriculum. I've already explained that in a little bit detail in the previous slide. So yes, that is there. Then the next thing that we kind of get as a feedback regularly from our students and from their parents is that students tend to feel that they've got 8 times the value of the money that they're putting in. So yes, that is definitely there from the monetary point of view. Again, next is a skill gaps fixing. Like I said, if you are not just very comfortable with one sort of topic and you want to move on to focusing on that topic only and only, so we definitely cater to that as well. And then again, we have got the access to the winning platform. So if you are really great at mathematics and you want to spruce up into using those kind of things for the platforms, and you want to take part in competitions, so we cater to that as well. Next up, why exactly do our customers love us? So here are a few snippets that give you an insight as to what all comments, what all feedbacks we get, what all wonderful feedbacks that we get from our customers. So these are just a few snippets of that. So yes, now that we have gone through the written snippet, I just have a little video recording of one of our students, a video feedback from one of our students who, had a little something to say about the 98th percentile. Let me just play this video for you.
Kushi and I'm a student at 98th percentile. In the beginning, I didn't really enjoy learning math, but when I joined 98th percentile, my teacher, Miss Preeti, helps me develop a passion for math. I have really enjoyed learning from 90th percentile, and I would say it's very helpful. I've progressed very quickly while understanding each and every concept very clearly. My teacher, Miss Preeti, has guided me in advancing my math skills while also taking the time to review previous skills. They also give weekly tests and benchmarks to make sure you're on track, and if you're not, they help you get back on it. And my parents also really enjoy 90th percentile.
So, like I said, along with the written testimonies, this was just a little video feedback that we've had from one of our students. So, yes,
Here's a word from my mom.
it's all good. And with this, I would like to move on to the next part of the presentation. So I think I accidentally stopped sharing. Just one moment. Okay, I'm so sorry. I accidentally stopped sharing for just one bit. Okay, so let's get back on the track as to what our agenda for today is. So, what is Math Revision Marathon? So, 90th Percentile, being a leading e learning platform, offers classes in ELA, math, public speaking, and coding. And with this, we are really excited to announce the second edition of Math Revision Marathon. So, this is going to cover five main domains of grade 6. The bifurcation has been done according to the Common Core State Standards, and which will be spread out in a span of 5 weeks. The students will answer questions based on their grade and their domain, and then our experts will explain the question and teach that concept in a live session. So we will be utilizing two platforms. One is Zoom, the one that we're currently logged on in, and the other one is Kahoot. So is there anyone amongst you who knows what exactly Kahoot is? If you have ever had an experience, a hands-on experience on Kahoot? Okay, so thank you, Aditi, Sonru, Ketana. Okay, good. So it's nice to know so many people already being familiar with as to what Kahoot is. So for the ones who do not know, don't worry. We will be giving you instructions as to how we are going to be using Kahoot, and we're going to blend the use of Kahoot in this learning experience. So this session is going to include 5 weeks of intense practice and revision sessions, so that we can be we can make sure that you students are ready for your upcoming exams. Next up, we have a few guidelines for this. So this is not really a contest. It is just a practice session. That is why there are not going to be any awards for the Kahoot winners. That being said, I am a little apologetic on that part. Next up, the questions have been selected based on the concepts which need maximum revision. So if in case we miss out on any topic, please do not panic. Like I said, we have tried to frame a curriculum. We've tried to frame a syllabus in accordance with the Common Core standards. So we have tried to cover each and everything majorly. As this is a large gathering, so addressing individual doubts would be difficult. For the students who have already enrolled with 90th percentile, you can seek help from the 90th percentile teachers during your class time. So that is one thing that you guys will be provided with. Next, we will try to cover as many concepts as possible. We do not come into touch base on each and every topic in detail, as that might not be possible due to a little bit of time crunch because of a little bit of time constraints. In case a student is behaving inappropriately, and this I say with utmost insincerity, we do have the right to remove that student from the session immediately. Discipline is something that we need to maintain throughout. A little fun here and there is definitely there, because we also would not want the classes to be extremely boring for you people. But let's keep the discipline intact as well. And last of all, students will be kept on mute throughout the session. They can use the chat section for any sort of communication. So if in case you have any queries, you can raise your hand on Zoom, you can raise your hand on video, and you can also just put in your comments or anything that you have in the chat. So what all will be covered during the math revision marathon? So we will be starting off with ratio and proportion. We will be moving on to the number system. Then we will be covering expressions and equations. Post that, we will be moving on to geometry, and finally to statistics and probability. So this is how the wide range of curriculum is going to be split into the five main domains. Next up, what exactly are going to be the benefits of Math Revision Marathon? So you will be able to analyze and revise your math concepts. You are going to be prepared for your exams well in advance. There is no participation fees. You will be getting practice worksheets post the session. You'll be getting practice worksheets on your email. And then we've got live practice sessions on Kahoot. So Kahoot, it's not the everyday sessions that we have. You might be having sessions with your school from somewhere where you're seeking help regarding your studies. So Kahoot enables us to have a little bit of, a quizzing sort of a thing in order to make sure that, the sessions don't get too boring for you. And again, these are exam focused classes. Like I said, we want you students to be completely prepared for your upcoming exams in terms of maths. Okay, so that was all for the parents up till this point. So parents, if you were connected with us, thank you for all your time, but I might just need one slight help from you people. I want the parents to, I just have one final request. So before you leave for the day, I would want you to help your child in setting up a few devices. So the technical requirements are as follows. You already have joined the meeting that was shared, the link for which was shared to you via email. The recommended device for the Zoom is through a laptop or a desktop. I would want all of you to be logged in through a second device as well. Please log on to kahoot.it. Okay, I would request all the students to please log on through a second device and please type in kahoot.it. Okay, once you are done with that, I will be sharing the game pin of that on my Zoom screen. You need to enter your own names. You do not need to enter any nickname, but yes, please do enter your own name so that I will be able to identify that yes, which student is leading the scoreboard, which student at the end of the day won as the winner. Okay, so I will be giving you a span of 3 minutes. So please take up a second device. It could be a smartphone, it could be a tablet. Please write in kahoot.it on your web browsers and I will be providing you with a game pin. Post that you will be able to enter the the quiz with your name. Okay, so I'll just quickly switch over to my Kahoot and I will also be showing you the game pin. Okay, so everyone please thumbs up if you are able to see the game pin up here. I will also be putting the game pin in the chat just in case if you want to copy paste it from there. Okay, so I can see Akhil, Aditya, DJ, K Dave, Sohini, and Ria, Surya, Shravan. Good. We'll have all the participants joining up soon. Once I have a very admissible number of people joining up, we'll be starting off with the session. Hurry up, everyone. Okay, just 30 more seconds. Okay, hurry up, all those who haven't joined yet. I think we're still short of a few people. Okay, one of you kind of left. Is there anyone who's facing any trouble joining the Kahoot? Anyone at all? Okay, so let's start with the session. So I'll just tell you how exactly this is going to work. You will be seeing a question on my screen. Okay, so you will be seeing a question on Zoom and you need to answer the question using your second device. So there will be 4 options visible to you. So like one of the option would be labeled red, one of the option would be labeled yellow, blue and green. So let's just say I ask all of you a question. What is 1200, that is 1200 added to 2400? And then I give you 4 options A, B, C and D. Let the first option be 3600, the second option be 4200, the third option being 4800 and the last option being 5000. So if you feel that the correct answer is option number B, so you click on option number B on your second device. If you feel the answer is option number A, please click on option number A. Okay, so are the instructions clear to everyone? How exactly this is supposed to be worked? Okay, great, wonderful. So let us start. Okay, so you'll be able to see the first question in front of you in 3, 2, 1 and go. Okay, so you need to choose the correct option from here. At a clinic, there are 3 doctors and 11 patients. Which of the following show the ratio of the number of doctors to the number of patients? So try and answer this, everyone. Okay, so I'm getting a very huge number of answers. Okay, so nearly all of you got the answer correctly. That is 3:11. Let us go back to the question. At a clinic, there are 3 doctors and 11 patients. What is the ratio of the number of doctors to the number of patients. So doctors are 3, the patients are 11. So whatever quantity is given to us the very first needs to go the first, and whatever quantity is given to us the next will go the next. Okay, so a big shout out to all of you who've got the correct answers. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Okay, so we have the top 5 people. First one being Akhil, next we've got Keshav, then we've got Ajneesh, then Riyansh, and then we have got Sonru. Okay, so I would want all of you to buckle up. So the way in which the Kahoot works is it's not just about answering the question correctly, but it's also about speed. So I want to see new names up on the scoreboard as well. Okay, so let's get on with the next question. Darian wants to distribute 18 game pieces evenly to 3 students. How many game pieces should he distribute per student? So try and answer this question, everyone. Okay. Okay, so all of you have answered it correctly, absolutely right. Darian wanted to distribute 18 game pieces evenly to 3 students. So if he wanted to give every student the same number of game pieces, we just need to do 18 divided by 3 and we will be getting our answer as 6. So wonderful. Again, kudos to all of you in getting the answer correct. Let's see how it's going to reflect on the scoreboard. Okay, so we have the same set of 5 people. The others, please buckle up. You need to answer the questions a little more faster than these 5 people. And accurately, of course. So let's have a look at the third question. Brad runs 30 miles in 10 hours. He runs 2 hours each day. Find the least number of days it would take him to run 120 miles. Okay, so the answers are rising up pretty quickly. 18 more seconds, everyone. Quick. Okay, so we have all the answers and the time is up as well. Okay, so we've got a very distributed set of answers this time. So let's quickly go through the question. Brad was running 30 miles in 10 hours. So 30 miles in 10 hours. That means if we try to calculate his speed, we know that speed is equal to distance over time. So if he's running 30 miles in 10 hours, that means that he's covering a distance of 30 in 10, which means 3 miles per hour is the speed at which Brad is running. Now he runs 2 hours each day. Find the least number of days it would take him to run 120 miles. So in one day, he is running 2 hours. That means he is running 6 miles every day. Now he wants to cover 120 miles. Now if we consider that he is only running 2 hours constantly every day, that means that 6 miles in one day would mean that 120 miles can be covered in 120 divided by 6, which gives us the answer as 20 days. So was the question understood by all of you now? Like, is everyone clear on how this question was supposed to be worked out? Okay, so, okay. Before we get on with the next question, let's amp up the energy of this class a little bit. So, I would take the name of any random person that I find from the participants list. Now, if you are alert in the class, then you will be clapping thrice. So I want you to quickly turn on your cameras, everyone, because I won't be able to keep a track. If in case you're not, if you're clapping, I wouldn't be able to know. So I'll just stop sharing my screen for a bit so I can see all of your videos at one point. All of you quickly turn on your videos. Quickly, everyone. Okay, I can see 2 people not turning on their videos. Okay, Shivani is up. Sophia, I can't see your video only. Okay, so at any random point of time, I will say anyone's name and I want you to clap thrice. Quickly. Okay, we want all of you to be alert. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Ananya. Ananya, you only clapped once. Okay, thank you. Let's have Vipul coming up next. Okay, Vipul is quite alert. Sohini? Henit. Okay, I am doubling up the speed now. Rishabh. Aditya. Ria. Dev. Sahasra. Okay, a little slow, but yes, thank you for the effort. Reyansh. Tanya. Anne. Shravan. Ria with a Y. Riya, Ria. Shivain. David. Your name can come up twice. Okay, Rishabh. Kitana. Aditi. Sondrio. Okay, I think I nearly covered all of you. Surya, I think you got left out. Okay, so I'll clap for Surya thrice. Okay, thank you everyone. We will continue back with this session. I just wanted to know that yes, all of you are very much there in the session active because I can see answers, but it's a little nicer if I can see you up here as well. Okay, so we will get on with this. Moving on to the next question, but prior to that, let's have a look at the scoreboard. Okay, so we have a new name coming up here, which is Kairis, and then we have Keshav, Henit, Sahasra, and Aditi. So a little mix in the scoreboard, so that's nice to see. Okay, let's move on with the next question. A jet travels 450 miles in 5 hours. At this rate, how far does the jet travel in 8 hours? Quickly, everyone, let's have the answers. Thirteen more seconds, everyone, quickly. Okay, so nearly all of you got the correct answer. Good job. But still, let's just discuss this question. Okay, so we've got a jet travels 450 miles in 5 hours. Okay, David, David, the game pin, I believe you'll be able to see up here. Just 1 minute. I will put it again in the chat. David, I will be sending the, you need to log in through Kahoot.it and the game pin is this. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, let's get on with the solution for this question. Okay, is there anyone who would like to help me out with this? How exactly are we supposed to attempt this? We have a jet traveling at 450 miles in 5 hours. So that brings the speed to what? How much is the speed now? You can put your answers in the chat. It would be a little difficult to show the numbers on the fingers. How much is the speed at which the jet is traveling? Okay, Sonrio, you're absolutely correct. Henith is correct. Ria with a Y is correct. Yes, the speed is 90 miles per hour. At this rate, how far does the jet travel in 8 hours? So the speed multiplied with the time gives us the distance. So yes, this is how we have the answer. Nicely done, everyone. All of you nearly got the correct answer, which leads us to the scoreboard, which says that Gairis is at the top, Henit coming up fast at second, Sahasra, Aditi, and Reyansh. Okay, good to see the names keeping up their positions at the scoreboard. Moving on to the next question. Choose the correct option yet again. Okay, it's a table-based question. Try to work out the answers in the best possible manner. Okay, so I've got all the answers up here. Okay, again, 22 of you have got the correct answer. So the answers that we have got for this question is option number D, or I can say the option marked with square or the option marked in green. Let's go through the question one more time. So the following table has a constant ratio of ounces per ounces per pound. I read that incorrectly. Enter the missing value. So this is 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times 16 is 32. Likewise, 4 times 16 gets us the answer as 64, which was option number D. Okay, nicely done, everyone. Having a look at the scoreboard, we have Aditi coming up on the third number. So a slight change in the scoreboard, still the same 5 people maintaining their positions. But yes, good to see Aditi making a progress here. Let's have the next question. Tameka earns $12 for each hour that she babysits. Which table represents the rate that she earns money for babysitting? So have a very good look. You have a minute for this. Try to find the answer quickly. Still you have 30 more seconds. Okay, so let's see. So here's what we have. 8 of you have got the correct answer, 2 of you have marked the answer as yellow, and 14 of you have marked the answer as green. Okay, why exactly were you tilting towards green? Let's have a look. So like it said, Tameka earns $12 for each hour that she babysits. So basically the left column needs to be multiplied with 12 in order to get to the right column. That is what we mean with the question here. So 6 times 12 is 72, 8 times 12 is 96, 15 times 12 is 180, and 20 times 12 is 240. So is there anyone who did not understand why the answer is going to be option number B or option number blue? Anyone? You can raise your hands. I'll quickly sift through the videos. Okay, I don't see any hands raised so far. Okay, fine. So getting on with the same drill of having a look at the scoreboard, which is nearly the same except for Sonryu moving up to the second position, Rayansh on third, Dave coming strong at fourth, and then we have Heneth. Okay, Guy Riz, I really need to know who is Guy Riz. If you can just raise your hand. Let's have a look who is the first person leading the scoreboard. Okay, I can't see any hand raised, neither on Zoom, neither on video. So, oh, Rishabh, is that you? Nice. That's really nice to know. Why did you pick up this name, Rishabh? Any particular reason? Okay, in the meantime, okay, Rishabh, let's do one thing. Let's continue with that discussion in just one bit. Okay, so because I was given that name for it. Okay, fine, no worries. Moving on to the next question. Question number 7. Let's have a look at the question. Okay, at an arcade, the ratio of the number of games to the cost of the games is 2 to 6. Which set of ordered pairs can be used to represent the relationship between the number of games and the cost of the games? Okay, let's have a look at the answers. 14 of you have got it correct. So again, let's go back to the question a little bit. At an arcade, the ratio of the number of games to the cost of the games is 2 is to 6. Which set of ordered pairs can be used to represent the relationship? So if we have the first number as A, that means that the ratio of the cost of the games is 2 is to 6. So that means that the number that we're supposed to be multiplying is 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So if we have A at the first place, so the second number is going to be 3 times A. Is this understood by all of you? So that sort of thing is only observed in the third option, that is 1, 3, 3, 9, 5, 15, and 7, 21. Okay, so moving next, let's see the scoreboard. Rayansh coming up at the top. Aditya is the highest climber over here. So Aditya, even though you're not on the scoreboard of the top 5, good job with this. Okay, the next question, which is the 8th one. It's a graph-based question. Look carefully and try to answer it. Okay, so 10 of you have got the correct answer. 8 of you were slightly confused, but let's have a look. Why the answer is option number A, that is 16 gallons of gas. So if you observe, the graph shows the cost of each gallon of gas purchased. If the trend in the data were to continue, which of the following would also be a data point? So if I just go back over here, it says 16 gallons of gas is $48. So if we look carefully over here, we can see that 1 gallon is 3, 2 gallons is 6, 3 gallons is 9. So 16 gallons is 16 times 3, which is $48. So did everyone understand why the answer is 48 and not any other options? Okay, wonderful. The scoreboard tells us that Gyrus, that is Rishabh, is again on the top. Good job, Rishabh. Dave coming up next. Then we have Henith, Priyansh, and Sondrio. Okay. Next, choose the correct option for this question. The table shows the number of customers at a restaurant can serve with various numbers of waiters on duty. Which equation represents the relationship between the number of waiters and the number of customers? Okay, I have 22 answers yet. I think that nearly sums up the number of people that are here, but let's keep playing this for like 8 more seconds. Let's have a little bit of surprise element here. Okay, so 14 people have answered option A. W is equal to 8 times C. Let's have a look. So if we see W multiplied with 8 is equal to C. Did everyone understand this? I think the people who have marked the option number 1 have multiplied the number of customers with 8 in order to get to the number of waiters. Okay, so it was the other way round. W times 8 is equal to C, or we also fondly call that as option number B, or the blue color option. Okay, let's have a look at the scoreboard. Okay, so Rishabh still maintaining his position at top. Reyansh, Dev, Aditya, and Henit coming up next. Okay, question number 10, everyone. Try to work this out. It's about Daniel typing 45 words each minute. How many words can he type in 12 minutes? Quickly, everyone. Okay, good. All of yours A game is back in the game. 19 of you have got the correct answer. So if this person, Daniel, is typing 45 words each minute, how many words can he type in 12 minutes? So that's easy peasy. 45 times 12. 45 times 10 is 450. Added 90, we get 540, which gets us to the answer over here, which is option number D, which is marked in green. Anyone who did not understand the question? Okay, I'll take that as a no, since none of you have come back to me with any sort of questions. So again, Rishabh on top, followed by Reyansh, Dev, Aditya, and Henit. Okay, next up, Nico ran 1,760 yards in 8 minutes. At the same rate, how many yards could he run in 15 minutes? Let's see who's able to answer this correctly with the maximum speed. That is the fastest. Okay, So 10 of you got the correct answer, 5 of you and another 4 of you were a little misled as to what the answer could be. So let's see. 1760 in 8 minutes. How much in 15 minutes? So it's like you need to cross multiply these numbers. Upon doing so, we get 1760 times 15 divided by 8. So upon solving, we get this as 8 times 1, and this goes for 8 times 2, 8 times 2 yet again, so that is 220 times 15. Multiplying them, I believe we are going to get the answer as 15 times 20 would be 300. Okay, so we get 3300. Everyone clear on the solution as to why the answer would be 3300 yards? Any queries, any difficulties with this? Okay, so Dev and Henith have switched their positions a little bit. We had the same set of 5 people, only the positions have interchanged a little bit. Okay. Having the next question, the 12th one. Martha earns $17 an hour. How many dollars will Martha earn after 25 hours? So let's see. Okay, we're back at the A game, 20 of you getting the answer correct. So Martha is earning $17 an hour. How many dollars will Martha earn after 25 hours? This is easy calculation, 17 times 25. So this is 250 and this one is going to go for 175. Adding them, we get $425 as the answer. Anyone who did not quite understand the question here? Or is everyone clear with the question? A slight thumbs up would do. Okay, wonderful. Let's have a look at the scoreboard yet again, which has a new member. Tanya, welcome to the club. So we have Guy Riz, that is Rishabh, Dev, Riyansh, Henith, and Tanya. Okay. Question number 13 for all of you. Choose the correct option. A florist is selling 12 roses for $15. If the same price per rose holds for any number of roses, how much will it cost to purchase 20 roses? Okay, again, a weighted distribution. It's like one question every one of you is putting in their A game. One question you're not very much interested in answering, it seems like. Okay, so going back to the question, it says 12 roses for $15. So how much is going to cost for 20? So this question can be done in like 2 to 3 ways. If it says that it's like, 12 for 15, so what we can do over here is, so we can divide both of these numbers by 3. So if 12 is for 15, then 4 is for 5. So how much is the distance between 12 and 20? It's 8. So for 12, it's 15. For 16, it's going to be like, we are taking this in terms of 5, so that would be 20. And for 20, it's going to be another 5, which is 25. So instead of using the regular method, you can also opt for this method. So yes, this is how you get to the answer. And the scoreboard tells us, same set of people, one new addition, that is Sohini, which makes us lead to the next question, which is 14th. Rico reads 4 books each month. How many books will Rico read in the next 15 months? Let's see who gets to the answer the quickest and the most accurately. This is a very easy one. Okay, perfect. It's like I said, some questions, few set of questions you get, all of you get the correct answer. Few set of questions, it's like, all of you are scattered. So this one, I don't think this needs a little explanation. 4 books in each month. How many books in 15 months? 4 times 15 gets us the answer as 60. Okay, Sohini and Tanya are interchanging positions with the rest of them keeping up with their actual places. Moving on to question number 15. Candice is shopping for gift boxes. She's trying to decide between the following 3 packages. If Candice is looking for the best deal for each individual gift box, which package should she buy? Let's have you people coming up with answers for this. Come on, the clock is running. Tick tock. Okay. So 7 of you got the correct answer. Let's have a look at a very easy method by which we can do this. So instead of finding the value of one gift box, what I would suggest is find the LCM of 10, 6 and 4. So the LCM of 10, 6 and 4 when you try to achieve. So 10 and 6 have got the LCM as 30. 30 and 4 will get us the answer as 60. So this is times 6, this is times 10, this is times 15. So 5 times 6 is 30. 3.75 times 10 will give you 37.5, and 1.5 times 15, I believe that's going to give you 22.5. So for 60 gift boxes, the lowest price is given by package number 3. So was the method understood by all of you? Like the alternate method? The regular method, I'm sure all of you must be doing. So is the alternate method understood? Okay, wonderful. Thank you for all the thumbs ups. And moving further, the scoreboard, Dev has moved on to the top position. Rishabh coming up next. Sohini, Rehansh and Aditya in the top 5. Okay, question number 16. Let's have a look at this. Mr. Baldwin is opening a new restaurant. The ratio of the number of seats to the number of tables is 12:3. If there are 108 seats, how many tables are there? Seats to the tables, that's the ratio given. Aditi, you seem a lot nervous about the answer. Is that so? Okay, fine. Maybe I misjudged the situation. So Mr. Baldwin is opening a new restaurant. So 12 is being represented by 108. We need to identify what 3 represents. So 12 times 9 is 108. That means 3 times 9, that is 27, will be the answer, which is option number 3. Any difficulties or queries with this question, anyone? You can put it in the chat or raise your hands. Okay, which brings the scoreboard with Tanya, Rehansh, Sohini, Rishabh and Dev up here. Okay, good. Let's have the 17th question, which is based on percentages. What is 60% of 60? Try and answer this quickly. Quickly, 3, 2, 1, and we have the results. Okay, so we were asked to calculate 60% of 60. So that is 60 over 100 times 60. 0 and 0 cancel out. 0 and 0 cancel out, we get the answer as 36, which is option number yellow, which is option number C. Is everyone understanding all the kinds of questions that we have discussed till this point? Any questions so far? Okay, So Anne over here is the highest climber, walking up 3 places. The scoreboard is nearly the same, with Aditya making up an impact in the top 5. Okay, question number 18. The last 5 questions are remaining. Use the table to find the missing value. 36 is 45% of what? Okay, 13 of you have got the correct answer. Good job. We had to find 36 is 45% of what? So 45% of some value is 36. So the sum value would be equal to 36 times 100 divided by 45. We have 9 times 4, 9 times 5, 5 times 1, 5 times 20. So we get the answer as 80%. Is this understood and clear to all of you? Why the answer would be 80? Okay, good. Scoreboard tells us Dev, Rishabh, Sohini, Sonryu, and Riyansh. Okay, so a new addition over here, Sonryu. Okay, the 19th question, let's have a look who is getting the answer for this. What number is 70% of 220? We need to enter the missing value in the box. Okay, time up everyone. 12 of you, it seems like the same set of people are trying to get to the answers in a little bit more accurate manner. So 70% of 220. So 70 over 100 times 220. 0 and 0, 0 and 0. 22 multiplied with 7 gives us 154. Is there anyone who did not quite understand this? I will be waiting for 1 minute. If you have any queries, you can put it in the chat. Okay, I think all of you have understood. Since I'm not getting any hands raised or I'm not getting any questions in the chat. Okay. Scoreboard tells us Aditya coming back to save the position. And the 20th question, the last 3 questions of today's set. Janice purchased concert tickets from a venue that charges 14% service fee on the total cost of tickets. The cost of the concert tickets was 105 without the service fee. What was the amount of the service fee? Okay. 20 people answered, 14 of them got it correct. Some of you did not answer this, but let's see how the question was supposed to be done. So Janice purchased concert tickets that had 14% service fee. Cost was 105 without the service fee. So 100% is 105, 100 plus 14, that is 114% is how much? So this will be 114% of 105. We need to have the calculation done for this. So when we try to work this out, we get the answer as 114 multiplied with 105, and then we need to divide that by 100. So we have 114 times 105, which is 11970. Dividing that by 100, we get 119.7. So we have the final answer over here as this. Now we have been asked what was the amount of the service fee. So only the amount of the service fee has been asked. That is why 119.7 is the amount after the service fee. We just have been asked the service fee. So over here, when we try to calculate that, we get 119.7 minus 105. Upon doing so, we get the answer as 14.7, which is option yellow. I think some of you made the error because you were trying to find the amount after the service fee. Let's see how that has affected the scoreboard. So we have Dev, Rishabh, Sonryu, Sohini and Aditya, whereas Sonryu has made a very huge rise amongst the marks, amongst these points. Okay, next question 21, the second last question for the day. Jason sold 4 watermelons at the farmer's market. He weighed 2 of the watermelons in pounds and weighed 2 in ounces. Enter the missing values in the table to show weight of each watermelon in both pounds and ounces. Okay, so again, very mixed responses. So here we just need to check what's the number that is getting multiplied. 5 times 16, 6 times 16. What multiplied with 16 is 128? Which one of you can tell me? What multiplied with 16 is 128? That would be 8, right? And then 10 times 16 gives us 160. I have a couple answers coming up in the chat. Yes, Tanya, you're absolutely correct. The answer is going to be 8 and 160. So is there anyone who did not quite understand this, how to get this question done? I'll quickly sift through the videos. If you have any queries, you can raise your hands. Okay, good. So the scoreboard is telling us Dev, Rishabh, Sohini, Aditya and Sonru. So let's have the final question for today's math revision marathon. 80 ounces in 5 pints. How many pints are there in 128 ounces? Tricky question. Seems a little easy, but it is tricky. Okay, so 15 of you got the correct answer for the final question. Let's see how the question was supposed to be attempted. So 80 ounces is 5 pints. 128 ounces is how much? So this is divided by 16. This also divided by 16 gives us 8 pints. So the calculation was right from the previous question. Okay, so this brings us to the end of all the questions for today. Let's have a final look at the scoreboard. Number 3, we've got Aditya, good. Number 2, we have Rishabh. And at number 1, we have got, let's see, Dev. Okay, good job, Dev, Aditya and Rishabh. The runners-up are Sohini and Sonru. So a big round of applause for all 5 of you and a big kudos for all the people who have participated and, were at least putting in an effort in order to get to the correct answers here. So great job over here, everyone. With this, the discussion, the questions part of this today's event is coming to an end. Successfully revise the domain of ratio and proportion. What comes up next? Which brings us to the next announcement. We have our next mission where we will be practicing the domain of the number system, which is going to be conducted on April 10th. That is the next Sunday with the same time, that is 11:30 to 12:45.